It's your boy Warlow back with another My Team video. And I've been seeing a lot of y'all been grinding out your hidden gem packs. You've been asking me, Carlos, is a W, is an N, is an L. And I'm going to let y'all know in this list, because I have shades on. I'm very qualified to make these tier lists. But yeah, we're going to make top tier basically the best card. Solid's like A tier. N is like, is an N. TTO Park is going to be like if the card's only good in TTO, but only a few players there, and meh is like a meh. And I'm going to try to make it in chronological order for y'all too, to see if y'all can say greatest to worst. In a way, TTO Park's the only one that won't be, because they only, like I said, that means like it's only a few cards where I believe like, oh, they're in TTO Park, where I think they're really good. I will put them in almost, like, we'll get into it. But that's basically the point of it. But we're going to get into ranking it. I also got a budget tier list, so smack that like button, and I'll make a budget tier list for y'all. I know some of y'all struggling over there, and I got y'all. So next first on the list, I don't know why AD and LeBron, they're both S tier, but they're not on this list. Bernard King. Bernard King is S tier. The card is straight up phenomenal. If you don't know about Bernard King, if you get this card, he's one of the best shooting guards in all of my team. I mean, I wish they would have gave me this card. This card is a absolute stud, an absolute beast. He doesn't defend like Kawhi or any Ron Artest, but it's offensive. He's like Dr. J almost, and I think he's better than Dr. J. I really like Bernard King in my team, and he's one of the best shooting guards in my team tomorrow. And next up on the list, and also don't forget, make sure to let me know like what hidden gem that you got in the comment section as well, because so you can know where your card got listed at. So yeah, Bernard King in there, but we got Marcus Stoudemire. I would put him in nah at this stage. The reason why I put him in nah, because you can get Pablo Banchero right now with a good jumper at this point. Like, I don't think Marcus Stoudemire is a bad card, but I don't think he fits in TTO Park either. He's not even mid really. It's just like he's just that meh at this point. He's not gonna be better than him, and he just meh at that point. Amari's good, but I still think he's solid. But yeah. Next up, we got Gordon Hayward. I put him in solid card. Gordon Hayward's really good. Like, I saw Ty Depot get him, and he's complaining about getting him. Gordon Hayward is fire. He has a good jumper, good everything. I don't know how you can complain about getting Gordon Hayward. He's actually, and he's probably gonna get shooting guard eligibility as a fire release. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think the card's really, really good overall, and I've seen his release. He's absolutely fire too. Kevin Durant will be in top tier. Amazing card. I love his pink diamond till this day. He probably is the best overall hidden gem. Maybe I probably put him in the best on next gen. So right now we'll move Bernard King back here. We'll move them across from each other so y'all can know from greatest to worst. And right now we're gonna be ranking it like that. So next up on the tier list, we got Mitch Richmond. I think Mitch Richmond is top tier. Call me crazy for this. Like, Mitch Richmond actually is really good. I really do like Mitch Richmond. His dump shot is just like Dr. J. You get his card some defensive badges. I'm high on this Mitch Richmond card. He has Pro 2 too. I really like Mitch Richmond in this game. He is top tier. I like him. James Worthy, probably go solid card. Probably put him a little over. Nah, I probably put Gordon Hayward above James Worthy, because he's 6'8", 80, 6'8", smoother release. Better, gonna be same defensively almost. I think Gordon Hayward you gotta have a little higher, but I think like they're close. But I like James Worthy a lot on my team. He plays for me. He's solid, but I don't know if he's better than Gordon Hayward. But yeah, he's solid. He has a movable. He has half a movable. He has half challenger. I forgot to say as well. You gotta give Gordon Hayward and Mitch Richmond. I feel like most of y'all who got him know y'all gotta give him badges. I forgot what badges you don't have, but I know you have to give him a couple badges. And if you have some half defensive badges, I would definitely recommend giving it to him. Anthony Davis is S tier. He is absolutely phenomenal. You gotta put AD. I'll put him at number 3. I don't think he's better than Bernard King. I'll put him at number 3 currently. I think you have to put AD in top tier. Card is absolutely phenomenal, and he still is. Even with a 7'2" wingspan, unless he is still really good in my team. T-Mac, I'm going in solid card. Probably go the hot. Like, I probably go the highest tier at A tier, because he's very similar to his pink diamond, and I just don't know about that release at this point. Like, that's just my thing with T-Mac. I think he's the highest. I don't think, is he better than Mitch Richmond? I don't think so. In my opinion, I like Mitch Richmond jump shot so much better. It's not like T-Mac's a crazy defender either. So it's like, I think T-Mac is good. I just feel like the jumper holds him back a little bit. I still think he's on that A tier qualifier solid card, but you know, we gotta rank it off of that. And yeah, Nate Archibald, he is meh at this point. Card is just, he's probably a card that sucks. I'm not putting suck on the list. I don't think a lot of these Galaxy will suck, but yeah, he is just your end of the crop. Pete Maravich, he's gonna go right here. Probably put him above Nate Archibald, but he is meh. He is not good, really. He's 6'5". He's 6'5" point guard, but he has no sigs. Release is fine. Can't dunk. Doesn't fit the meta of this game this year, so I have to put him there. Wes Unseld, the first TTO card, and I think he's a phenomenal TTO card. Wes Unseld actually cooks for the most part. He has a good jumper. He has Kobe base. He comes with all the defensive badges he needs. He fits perfectly in a TTO Park setting. I don't think this card fits, though, in an unlimited setting. I think he's a little undersized at 6'7", but in TTO Park, he will be absolutely elite, in my opinion, and I think he'll be good for you. Next up, we got George Gervin. Probably put George Gervin in a solid card. He still is a solid card. I don't think he's better than Worthy, Graham, or T-Mac, but you got to put George Gervin in a solid card. He has a mid-release in a way, but he still has some good dribble stakes, so you got to respect it. It's like George Gervin, you got to just respect it. He drive and dunk. He's solid. You got to respect it. So I mean, Mark Price, I got to put him. I think he's a little higher than Nate Archibald. I have him right there. Just Mark Price is just not that great, really, just being honest with you. I don't think we need to talk about it. I've seen a couple of y'all in the park with him, and man, he sucks. Bob Leitner up next. Bob Leitner's good, actually. I actually went in again. I didn't like the card at first when I first read him. He needs a lot of defensive badges. He needs interceptor. He needs a lot of defensive badges, but he's actually quite solid. I'm going right here for Bob Leitner. I know he can only play center, but you can have, like, I forgot what, you can have, I think you can make a cheesy power forward. I know there's something like Kareem at power forward, but like this Bob Leitner is actually a really solid card. So, yeah, when he gets power forward eligibility, he's going to be really good. He has actually a really good release, 76 three-pointer. I don't know why I was sleeping on before then. I don't know. He's like, I mean, he's on that solid level. I don't think he's better than AD, but he's decent. Rick Barry's the first one in N. I got to put him in the N list. I like Rick Barry. I do. Trust in, I do like Rick Barry. I do. He has a good release, all right release. He's very mid-ish, but he's not a bad card. So that's why I don't want to say he's bad, because he's not bad, but he's very mid-ish. He's decent, though, so I'm going to give him in an S tier. Next, we got Grant Hill. I don't think Grant Hill is better than Mitch Richmond. Call me crazy on this. I'm probably putting Grant Hill right here in this 7th spot. I think he is an elite Galaxy Opal. I actually think he's really, really good. Like, I did try him out again. I think his rhythm shooting's a little bit difficult, but once you get it down, he's money. Maybe I'm sleeping on Grant Hill a little bit, but I don't think he's better than Tracy McGrady at this stage in the game. So I think right now he's going to have to come at number 7 in his Opal tier list. So, yeah, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you got to rank this card S tier. When I was playing with this Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, he was crazy. He was actually crazy. I'm probably going to go with 80 before Kareem, but Kareem was crazy on those putback. Those putback animations that Kareem gets are actually unreal, and they're actually crazy. So honestly, I got to rank him in at top tier, and I got to rank him in as number 4 spot. Bill Walton, I'd probably go N. Bill Walton has an alright three-point. I don't think he's as bad as Amari, because I know Bill Walton don't have a bad jumper. He's just very mid of the crop. He's not the worst in the world, but he's not terrible. I don't think he's terrible. I don't think he's actually awful. Clyde Drexler up next. I gotta put Clyde as the highest. I like that guy. I say he's S tier. Well, I think Clyde's better than Mitch Richmond. I literally do. I think Clyde's better than Mitch Richmond at shooting guard. I mean, I think he's on the level of the Kawhi Leonard's, Ron Artest, the best shooting guards in the game. You have to rank him. I can't rank him in these top 4. I think Bernard King, AD, KD, they're all better, but I can't go higher than that. But I think Clyde Drexler is, I forgot his badges, but he is really, really good. I think I've seen JC2K do a gameplay of him. I did use most of these cards, literally most of these opals. Like, I tried out a lot of Galaxy opals. But next up, we got Carmelo Anthony. I think you gotta put him in S tier, because Melo has 6'9", he has a perfect frame. I just don't know how to rank him, because like on next, he'd be the best card in the game. But on next gen, you gotta rank him like right there in top tier. And there's only multiple top tier, because there's a lot of good opals in this game. So Mitch Richmond, Bernard King, AD, I think you gotta rank them there. So yeah, it's looking good. Next up, we got Bob Niedaliki. He's an N. I probably would rank him over Rick Barry though. His jumper is easy to time. He has a really good rhythm shot. Easy to cook. Give him his badges. He'll do his job on the court. He's just not going to do nothing more special than that, and I got to keep it like that. Alonzo Mourning up next. I'm going to have to put, I play with Alonzo. I'm going to have to put him in solid card. I think he's better than Bob Leitner. I do. But I got to put him in solid card because I don't think he's on the level of a Kareem or AD or those type of Galaxy Opal hidden gems. I think those hidden gems are better, but I think Alonzo Mourning is still good. Once you get down to release, he is going to be a top elite card for you. And I think we got to rank him right there. Right now, I think he comes at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he comes at number 9. So, I mean, number 9 for a Galaxy Opal hidden gem isn't bad. So, yeah, I think he's actually solid. So, yeah, Elton Brand up next. I'm putting him right here. I just don't know how I feel about Elton Brand. He has phenomenal defense. He has phenomenal offense. I just don't know how I feel about that jumper. Y'all can hate me for that. I just don't know how I think he's the best card in N tier maybe. But it's kind of like, I just don't know how I feel about the jump shot at this point. Like, it looks alright. Call me if I'm sleeping on it. I don't know. I did rank him higher than I did before. I still think he's really good. But I just don't know how to feel about Elton Brand. I don't. Maybe I need to do some gameplay if somebody has Elton Brand. I don't know. Maybe I do gameplay with him. Dan Unseld up next. Oh, I've been crazy. Is it crazy to play number 3? A lot of some people said it. He has a better release than AD. He has a better handles than AD. I don't care. I'm ranking Dan Unseld over Anthony Davis. Call me crazy on this. I think you got to, and I think it's crazy. Dan Unseld, the old people are taking over. The old people. Because they are really good in my team. I think Dan Unseld is top elite. If you get him, you got one of the best hidden gems. Dave Cohen's up next. I don't mind Dave Cohen's. I think I put him in. He's actually really good. Like, he's actually really, really good. Actually, really good. You got to rank him. Hear me out here. I'm putting Dave Cohen's at number 6. Like, I think I might put Clyde a little bit higher. I like Clyde a little bit more than him. I think you're better than Melo, but yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Dave Cohen's at number 6. That might be a little crazy, but I think Dave Cohen's is actually really good. His jumper's great. He has a lot of good defense. He comes in a perfect position. He can play the power forward position. I think he's a really solid power forward in my team, and he's really elite in this game. So I'm going to have to rank him in right there. Manu Ginobili, I think he's N tier, and I actually don't mind. I don't think Manu is better than Rick. Probably would put him right there. I like Manu. I don't mind Manu Ginobili, actually. Surprisingly, I've seen people with him. He's not awful in a way. He's an undersized shooting guard, but I don't think he's awful. I don't think he's as bad as people say he is, but I think he ain't bad. Next up, we got Donovan Mitchell up next, and I think he's a solid card. Now, where would I rank him? I probably got to rank him near this last one here, because point guard, he is 6'5", but is he better than Alonzo Mourning? No. Bob Leitner? No. I think he's better than Gervin. I would be more happy to get Mitchell than Gervin, so yeah, I think he needs more defense back. He's not as good as the other one, but Mitchell is still a fun card to use, still really good. So, yeah, I think he is a solid card. Next up on the list, we got Mikan. I really do like Mikan. Really do like Mikan. I'm going to rank Mikan. This is tough for to rank him at. I'm going to rank Mikan right here. Near Gordon Hayward. I probably rank him right. I'll rank him right here. I like Mikan. Especially he has Devin Booker base. When he drops, he's gonna be top elite, and I will make him. I mean, like I said, y'all can count it and see like where he would rank on the tier list, but in the greatest, the least, the order. But Mikan's actually really good. I've seen people streaking with him. He's actually phenomenal. Phenomenal. I think I go higher with Mike. Is it crazy? Can he play power? He can't play power forward. I'll keep him. I'll keep it there. I really do like this George Mikan. Deron Williams is the worst hitting gem. He's worse than Nate Archibald. He's the worst card in the game. Does not play. Sorry about coughing, man. I've been coughing like crazy for some time, so apologies. But Trae Young up next. He is meh. Trae Young is honestly probably the best one in meh. Like, honestly, is he better than Amari? I don't think he's better than Amari. I probably put him right there. But I put him right there. He's alright. Trae Young is just undersized. He's a fun card. Like, I probably could say he's probably the funnest of this crew, but I don't have a fun card. It's just TTO Park, so yeah. There was a guy that actually he almost beat us with Trae Young, but he is fun. He is fun, though. Dominique Wilkins up next, a Knox card in solid. I'm going to have to rank, I'm like, I don't think he's better than Grant Hill. Like, I actually using Grant Hill more. I think he's better than, I think he's right there. I think he's better than Gordon Hayward, because I like his driving dunk stats more, and I think you gotta rank him there. So right there we got him. Remember, these cards on the bottom, so you can still see most of it at least. So hopefully that helps. He's in chronological order. So Bob Cousy up next. I think he's very meh. I mean, he's better than Trey. I would say right here. He's better than Trae Young. Has a good release enough, but he's not that great, really. Bob Cousy is just not good in my team. Just not. He's just not it in my team. Just not good, man. That's all I gotta say. John Havlicek up next. Man, it gets tougher when you get to these solid card lists, because it's like, where do I rank this card at this point? This card, I don't think he's better than Gordon Hayward. But I think he's like not better. I would probably rank him right here at the end of this. I actually like John Havlicek though. John Havlicek is quite decent. Quite decent actually. I probably put in the last batch because like I don't think he's better than no one here. But I think he has to go a solid card because he's actually a solid 6'5" shooting guard. If you get this John Havlicek, he has a good jumper, one of your best jump shots, and some people say he's better than Irving, and he poops. Like, he really is an elite offensive threat on next gen. He is absolutely elite. So next we got Steve Nash. He sucks. He's not better than Trae Young. I honestly don't think this card's good at all. Release is broken. I think he's right here. He's not good at whatsoever. Chris Bosh up next. He's another solid card that you have to rank here. And I think Chris Bosh is solid. I think I'd rather have Grant Hill over Chris Bosh and Dominique Wilkins, but I think you gotta rate Chris Bosh right here. Chris Bosh release is a little bit. Is Chris Bosh better than Worthy? Worthy though, it's like that's when it makes it tougher. But I'll rank him there. I'll rank it there. I think in the power forward position, it's more important than the small forward position. And I think Chris Bosh, if you can get the release down, he is elite and he is going to be very, very good for you. So yeah, we're going to rank him right there. Next, we got Andre Kirilenko up next. Probably one of your better hinges. I have him. I can't shoot with the card, to be honest with you. So I probably would rank AK right here. Like, I personally rather have Dave Cohen's than Clyde. I think he's better than Melo. For me, I probably would take Melo because I can time Melo's release easier. But you have to put AK in the S tier because, like, AK is phenomenal. If you can shoot with him, he probably is higher. But I would probably have Clyde or Melo over him. But I think for y'all's sake, I think Kirilenko is really good. And he comes at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He comes at the 8th best Galaxy Opal. Shaquille O'Neal, I don't think is good at all, to be honest. I think he's behind Amari. He's not good at all. I don't think Shaq even fits the meta of this game. Mutombo's in the game. Why would we use a Shaq with no three-pointer? Just being honest. I don't know why they don't let people pull Shaq. He sucks, but hey, but Joe Johnson up next. I think he's a B. I think he's an N card. I don't think he's better. Is he better? I don't think he's better than Manu. I think Manu is personally better than Joe Johnson overall on the court, but yeah, I don't think Manu is better than Joe Johnson. I've seen Splash I've seen Manu. I think Manu is a better card than Joe Johnson, just to be honest. Next up, we got Russell Westbrook, which I think Russell Westbrook's a really solid card. I would be really happy to get Westbrook. I probably would be as high. Alonzo Mourning. I'd probably go right there, Russell Westbrook. I'm being dead serious. I really like Russell Westbrook in this game. A nice player model, an elite rim running point guard. I really like Russell Westbrook in this game, so screw it. I'm ranking him in at, I don't know what number it is. Y'all can count for me. Y'all can count. But yeah, I'm ranking him in that middle spot. I think Russell Westbrook's absolutely elite in this game, and I think he's good. Boogie Cousins to me is N. I don't think he's better than, I think he's better than, I like Bob Nialiki more than Boogie. I'm being honest. I like Elton Brand more than Boogie. I think Elton Brand is better than Bob Nialiki and Boogie, personally. And I think he's probably the best person in the N tier, to be honest. Nate Archibald up next. Nate Archibald has a 72 three-pointer. Man, hairline is kind of cooked. I don't think he's better. I have to put him in N. I don't think he's better than Elton Brand. I don't think he's better than Elton Brand. And I just would not want Nate R. Furman with a 72 three-pointer. I don't know. Maybe for y'all to have him, let me know. Do y'all think that's correct? Do you think Nate Furman's a beast? I played him the other day, and the guy didn't do nothing that special with him when I was grinding and streaking, so I don't know. Allen Iverson up next is probably, nah. I don't even think AI is bad, but he's a 6-foot point guard, undersized. Does he have good defense? Let me check real quick. Let's check real quick. Okay, so let's check the stats real quick. He has 90. I really do like AI stats, though. I don't like AI has Darius Garland. I don't really feel like he has a good jumper to get off, to be honest. I'm going to have to put him meh. I still don't think he's a bad point guard, though. I really don't. I don't think he's a bad point guard, but you just got him. He doesn't have a behind the back. I know that for sure. And he just doesn't. But Wilt Chamberlain, he has a 63-pointer in this stage in the game. And that's just not, in my opinion, not going to cut it. I bet you got to put Wilt right here, though. I think Wilt is still a 60. I don't think he's better than Bob Laner. I don't think he's better. I call me crazy. It's crazy to say that I don't think Wilt's better than Bob Laner at this stage because Bob Laner is 76. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to rank Bob Laner right here, and we're going to put Russell Westbrook right here. Because I think Bob Laner and Alonzo Mourning offer more with a higher three-pointer than Wilt Chamberlain's going to offer. I know Wilt can bang threes, but his 63-pointer at this stage in the game, I feel like it's not cutting it anymore. And in my opinion, I still think he's really good. I just don't know how I really feel about that three-pointer. And I just don't know how I really feel. I just don't know how I really feel about it. I put Mike in, Chris Bosh over Mike. And I guess Mike can only play center. Mike can't play center. I probably would put him higher because I like Mike more than Bosh, but he can't play center. Bob Pettit. This card's actually elite. Like, I have to put him top tier. I have to put him top tier. Bob Pettit has a fire release 6'9". He fits the meta of this game again. Like, it comes again. And Bob Pettit, I think he's going to be over Melo. Like, I'm putting him over Kurolenko. Call me I like Bob Pettit's jump shot. It's easier to time than Kurolenko's. Kurolenko takes a lot of skill to time. So, call me crazy. I'm ranking Bob Pettit as high as that. The old players, I like a lot more in this game. If you can't tell. Larry Johnson. I played against this card. I don't think he's better than Elton Brand. I'd probably go right here at end tier. I don't think this card is better than Elton Brand, personally. I still think he's good, but I did get against him. I mean, I did lose against him one time. I don't know. Like, he's solid. I mean, I don't think he's better than Elton Brand, though. So I'm like, I'm going to have to go right here, man. Because N does not mean you're bad. It just means where you're ranked at. And if I'm ranking John Havlicek over Larry Johnson, it sounds criminal to me, but I don't know. I feel like I just have to, but yeah, we're gonna rank it like that, and he's gonna come at number. I don't be sure what the number is. Like I said, y'all can count the numbers. It's count in chronological order. They're all in order. So yeah, they're all in order. Next up, we got Tony Parker, probably your second worst Opal, to be honest. He absolutely stinks. Terrible. Paul Gasol has a shot on slow, so he's probably gonna be on the end tier. To be honest, I probably go Boogie Cousins, Rick Barry. I gotta put him last. I don't mind Paul Gasol, but that release being on slow is just kills him for me, but he's not like awful enough where he's terrible, so yeah, it just kills me. Kevin Love, TTO Park card. I don't think Kevin Love's great in the game. I feel like he's almost similar defensively to his Pink Diamond, but on TTO Park, the card is a beast though. He hoops on TTO Park. I went on 5 straight with him. He absolutely hooks on TTO Park. LaMarcus Aldridge up next. I think LaMarcus Aldridge is a solid card. I'd rather have LaMarcus Aldridge over Bosh, Chris Bosh, Grant Hill. Now, I'd rather have LaMarcus Aldridge over Dominique. I wouldn't rather have him over Grant Hill. So that's how I'm gonna rank it. I like LaMarcus Aldridge in the game. Solid release, really good. You're gonna like LaMarcus Aldridge in this game. He's absolutely elite, and I think he's good. Kyrie Irving. I don't think Kyrie fits the meta of this game. I think he's an N. I don't think he's bad. Like, I don't think he's overall a bad card. I probably would put Kyrie right about here. And probably Boogie. I don't like Boogie that much in this game. You can't tell, but I'm putting Kyrie in the end. I still think Kyrie's not a bad card. I still think he has a good release. But he's not as high as he used to be because we have cards that can dunk now. But I think if I was to get Kyrie, it's still exciting to get because Kyrie Irving. So I think you got to put him in that end tier. Jason Kidd up next. Jason Kidd's really not that crazy. Like, I played against Jason Kidd, used him. He's nothing like that special, really. At this stage of the game, I'd probably say N. I mean, he's good defense. I think he's going to be great unlimited. I probably am going to go... I'd rather have him over Donovan Mitchell. So, what I do, I like the rim run. For me, I'll have Donovan Mitchell over him because I like the rim run a little bit more. But if you like defensive point guards, you probably have him a little more higher. But I think you got to put him in solid card for what he offers. He's more of a showtime. Don't use him in TTO Park because I don't think he fits that meta. But hey, that's just me. Elgin Baylor. I'll probably put Elgin Baylor right here. I don't think Elgin Baylor doesn't have the worst Brook Lopez in the world. Not the worst one, but he's not great. I wish they changed the jumper because he ain't nothing bad about the card except for his jumper. Jimmy Butler up next. You gotta put Jimmy in S tier because the card is absolutely phenomenal. I don't think he's better than Clyde, but I think he's behind Clyde. Bob Pettit, I'd probably go a little bit higher. Then I go Jimmy Butler, Erlinko. I like that list, so I think that's the one we have to go with overall. So yeah, Elvis, Dennis Rodman up next. I think you have to go solid card with Dennis Rodman. 6'7", absolutely elite. I think, yeah, is it crazy to say I think Dennis Rodman's all the way up here too? I feel like he is. Dennis Rodman offers everything you need on the court. He's 6'7", has almost max defense, defensive badge galore, and offers everything on the court for 6'7", has elite dunking. I think you gotta put this card literally as a high tier solid card. That would make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. The best 14th best opal in the game if it stays the same and we don't change anything. Elvis Hayes, I put him in the end. I don't think he's bad. I think he's better than Bob Leaky by a little bit. But yeah, Elvis Hayes is really not that crazy. I don't think he's that good. So yeah, but John Stockton, I think he's better than Deron Williams, but that's the highest I can go. Probably say he's better than Tony Parker, but I mean, those point guards are cruel, to say the least. Marc Gasol up next. I think Marc Gasol is a really elite center in this game overall. I think you gotta say he's a big body that's probably gonna get power forward eligibility when he releases. He's gonna be very, very good when he releases. His release isn't that horrible this year, and I think he's gonna be really solid in my team. I really, really do. And I think he's gonna offer you a lot on the court when he can play the 4. Now, should I have him as high as Rodman? I think we can. I think we can overall, and I think that's where we're gonna rank it. And we got Oscar, we got Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's one of your best Galaxy Opal hidden gems. I gotta go high with Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan probably has to come at number 2. That card is absolutely, I probably bring Bernard King right there. I like Bernard King. It's hard between Tim Duncan and Kevin Durant and Bernard King. All 3 of them are probably your best hidden gems overall. And it's like, it's tough. It is tough. I'm ranking Tim Duncan at number 2. I got to, because it's tough. It's tough. But that Tim Duncan is absolutely phenomenal. He is so good in my team. Really good. Baron Davis up next. I think I put him in. I'm going to have to rank. Wait, where did I just. I moved him right here. Okay, I moved him right there. And what did I just do with Baron Davis real quick? I kind of lost Baron Davis. I lost Baron Davis. But if I end up finding him, I will put him in at solid card. Probably will put him above. I probably would rank him above Gordon Hayward. Because I think Baron Davis is a solid point guard. He's right here. A solid point guard in my team. I think he's really good. He's a good jumper. Good elite. I just don't think he's better than Westbrook. I would rather Grant Hill, Chris Bosh. But I'd rather have Bernard. I'd rather have Baron Davis over the rest of the group here. And I really do like Baron Davis in this game. So I'm personally ranking him there. And next up, Chris Paul. I think at this stage, you got to go end for Chris Paul. It's like Chris Paul is not better than Baron Davis. He's not going to be better than Russell Westbrook. Like, he's just not. I think you got to rank Chris Paul about right here. I think that's the perfect way to rank him. I still think he's good. I think he's low-key better than Kyrie. But, and it's like, but you got to rank it like that. Kyrie's 6'3", though. I'm just being real. Kyrie is 6'3". Kyrie is 6'3" at this stage in the game. I'm actually gonna rank him behind Chris Paul. I don't care. I'm ranking him behind Kyrie. I think Kyrie's better than Chris Paul. Call me crazy for it. I think Chris Paul is a good, solid point guard. Kyrie does have 3 inches on him. Has a good release. I'm going with that. Call me crazy on it a little bit. And yeah, Oscar Robinson's really good. He's an S tier. A really phenomenal point guard. I probably would rank Oscar up. I'll rank Oscar right here. Oscar's really good. Oscar is really, really good for point guard. So I think this is the tier list. I'm going to make sure if I forgot any opals and add them real quick. Let me make sure. But I noticed we haven't messed up nobody. I think this is the official list in chronological order. I think this is the best Opal tier list because it's in chronological order from the greatest to least, so you will know like who the best one is. And you know, in chronological order, it helps break it down. But like I said, smack the like for the budget squad list. Make sure you can count if you want to on this list and check, you know, who's the best in this. Like you do, is it in chronological order? I can space out even farther for y'all. But yeah, like I said, count if you want to see what number they're at. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next My Team video. And give me a say y'all.